start. We're actually going to be in a seated position today. Just coming to a comfortable seat. From here, just resting your hands on your knees and just doing a few neck rolls, right ear to right shoulder. Come through center, left ear to left shoulder. Just moving side to side. One more time, from side to side. Gently come back to center, draw your chin towards your chest. Come back through center, draw the nape of your neck up, chin to chest. Up, just like you're shaking your head, yes. One more time, chin to chest, and then gazing up. Gently come back to center, draw your chin to your chest, right ear towards your right shoulder, neck up and back, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. So big circle starting towards the left this time. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder, gaze up, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. One more time, each direction. Slow and steady. Coming back to center, and then repeating the opposite direction. Gently come back to center. From here, sway your body from side to side. Warming up your rib cage. One more time, right to left. And gently coming back to center, draw your body forward over your calves, and then draw your back further behind you. One more time, forwards and back. Come back to center and draw your body just in a circle. You can start in any direction. Draw it 2 times in one direction and then 2 times and then reverse. You're done, gently come back to center, placing your hands on your knees. Round your spine, bring your gaze towards your navel. Deep inhale. Exhale, draw your hands towards your hips, elbows pulled back, gaze up, look up, deep exhale. Inhale, round your spine. Exhale, draw your arms towards your hips. Moving here, cat and cow with your breath a few more times. On the next one, gently coming back to center, stacking your shoulders over your hips with both arms up high. Exhale, cactus, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. One more time, cactus. Really draw your elbows down, spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand by your right hip on the floor on a block. Side bend over to the right. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Exhale, left hand by your left hip. Side bend over to that left side. Stacking your right shoulder over the left. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand down. Hold it here. Deepen that left elbow. Inhale, reach. Come back through center. Exhale, left arm down by your left side. Bend that right elbow. Inhale, reach. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up. One more time on each side, right hand down. We're going to add on this time. Bend that left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your left pinky to your right thumb. Hold that left arm long. Draw it out around in front like a big semicircle. Release your left hand to the floor, outside of your left hip, sweep that right arm overhead. Exhale, bend that right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right pinky to left thumb. Reach that right arm all the way out in front. Inhale, sweep both arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Draw your legs out like a wide V, coming into a wide straddle. From here, place your hands on the floor or on blocks directly in front of you, and then gently walk your hands forward. Coming down as low or staying as high as you like. Of course, using any of those props here. Lengthening here with a long spine, forward fold, and a wide straddle, using that floor as a splint. You can have a bend in the knees, or your knees can be straight. Maybe wiggle your toes. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently walk your hands back to center. From here, draw the soles of your feet to touch, keeping your knees wide. Butterfly your knees out, sitting up nice and tall. You can always place a block underneath your knees. You can allow your knees to come as close towards the mat. You can keep the knees as high as you like, sitting up nice and tall. Hold it here for one more breath. Holding your knees in that butterfly formation, gently walk your arms forward with a long spine. You can use those blocks. You can place your forehead on a block, maybe doubling up those blocks. You can place it on a bolster or a pillow. Gently release your hands back to center. With your knees still bent, drawing the soles of your feet towards the floor. So your feet are wider than your hips. From here, hands at heart. You can place your hands behind your hips or on the floor on a block. Allow your knees to fall over to the left, just like a windshield wiper. Come back to center, knees fall over to the right. Just side to side, moving here with control. Going from left to right, right to left. Taking notice how the left side feels compared to the right. What sensations do you feel as you tip your left knee down? One more time, each side. And then come back to center. From here, we're going to find our way to a tabletop. I guess I did have a tabletop in here. I thought I didn't. Sorry, Mindy. You can place that pillow underneath your knees for additional support. Placing your wrists directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips on the floor on that pillow. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Moving here, cat and cow. One more time through each cat and cow. Come back through neutral spine. From here, inhale, reach your right leg long, strong point through your right toes. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rainbow that right leg up and over the left side, looking over your left shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach your right leg long. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, remember, maybe drawing that right leg a little bit further over from your left hip this time. Gently lower that right knee to the outside of your left shin. From here, walk your right hand behind your left wrist. Walk your left hand over underneath your right shoulder. So you're crisscrossing your arms, crisscrossing your legs, just like an eagle pose. And then press the hips back. Feel that stretch between your shoulder blades, your forearms, your hips, your glutes. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently rock back forward. Keep the cross in the knees and in the palms. Press the earth away. Coming back into your cat and cow. Deep inhale. Exhale, press the earth away. One more time, just like this, cat and cow, with eagle arms and eagle legs. Come back to neutral spine. Unbind your hands. Extend your right leg straight back. Release your right knee under your right hip. Draw a few circles with that right knee. And then reverse that direction. Gently release your right knee down. Bump your hips side to side. Inhale, reach your left leg long, strong point through your left toes. Exhale, round your spine, crunch your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen, left leg long. Exhale, draw that left leg up and over the outer right hip. Maybe gently gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach your left leg long, straight back one more time. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rainbow that left leg up and over. To deepen this sensation, you can rock your left heel closer towards the floor. You can also lessen that stretch by rocking towards your toes or the ball of your left foot. Gently release your left knee to the outside of your right shin. Draw your left hand behind your right wrist. Draw your right wrist over underneath your left shoulder. From here, press your hips back. Feeling this stretch this time on your left hip. Thinking, what sensations do you feel on this side? Hold it here for one more breath. You rock your shoulders forward, stacking your hips over your knees. Release your left hand, release your right hand, wrist directly under your shoulders. Reach your left leg back, keep it bent, drawing a few circles here with your left knee. Reverse that direction. Come back to that tabletop. Bump your hips side to side. All right, hopefully we're nice and warm now, so we can come into our flow. So from that tabletop, or you can tuck your toes for more core challenge here for a balance. We're going to do thread the needle. Reach your right arm high, thread your right arm under and through a left side body. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread it under and through. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread it through. Gently place your right hand under your right shoulder. Walk your hands up, palm print forward. Lift your hips up, coming into that downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Bending and extending one leg at a time. To side. Gently bend your knees, come into that power dog. Press forward, high plank. Press back, down dog. 1 more time through power dog. Bend the knees, keep the arms long. Press forward, high plank. From here, we're going to lower down for a 3, 2, and 1. Once you come all the way down, untuck your toes. Press up, mini cobra. Release down. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Come through upward facing dog or tabletop. Coming into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Come back into that tabletop. Bending your knees. You can also tuck your toes, hovering your shins, coming back into that bear. If you want more of a core challenge, thread the needle with the left arm. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. 1 more time. You got this. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread it under and through. Placing your left hand under your left shoulder. Walk your hands up, palm print forward. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, lower them over to the right side. Maybe your heels touch. Maybe they hover. Feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Inhale, reach both heels high. Exhale, lower them this time over to the left side. Feeling that stretch all along the left side body. Inhale, come back through center, pedal it out. All right, we're gonna find that power dog. Come onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, hover your shins. Press forward, find that high plank. One more time through. Hips up, power dog, down dog. Now power dog, bend your knees. Keep the arms long, press forward. Optional, lower the knees or keep them lifted. Lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Untuck your toes. Mini cobra. Release down. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Press up, full cobra. This time look over your left shoulder. Back through center. Over the right. Back through center. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Come through upward facing dog or tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. All right, inhale, reach your right leg high. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Keep your left hand on the floor. On the floor, we're on a block. We're coming into that lizard lunge. Inhale, sweep your right arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through a left side body. I know lots of thread the needles today. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Place those blocks on the inside of your right foot. From here, straighten that right leg, seal your right foot, finding your pyramid. Bend into that right knee, pivot your left toes facing forward. So we're sealing that left ankle at a 45-degree angle. As you straighten that right leg, bend into that right knee. Bending and extending that right leg. Flowing from lizard pose. With that back left leg lifted. Into pyramid. One more time. Lizard lunge, hands on the floor or on blocks. Seal that left leg. Now you can shorten your distance by walking your right foot back or your left foot forward. We're going to find our pyramid. So bring those blocks to frame your right foot. Left toes are turned to 10 o'clock. Right toes are turned to 12 o'clock. You can stay as high as you'd like, or you can come down, maybe bringing your nose toward your knee. You can have a bend in that right knee or keep it straight. The most important thing here is that right hip. If that right hip starts to come forward, you want to draw that right hip back. Think about pressing that left hip forward, right hip pulls back, keeping those hips square. Holding here in pyramid pose. Keep your left hand on the inside of that right foot on the floor on a block. Sweep your right arm high. Revolve pyramid. Stay here in revolve pyramid. If you want to fly revolved half moon, bend into that right knee. Walk your left hand forward. Lift your left leg. Flexing your left foot. Keeping those hips square. So as your hips are square here in revolved half moon, you want to keep your hips just as square in the pyramid poses. If you're in revolved pyramid, stay there. If you're revolved half moon, bend into that right knee. Gently plant your left foot. Come back to revolved pyramid. Gently place your hands on those blocks. Walk them just slightly forward. Step your left foot to meet your right foot, coming into a forward fold. Half lift hands to shins or on blocks, crown of your head pointing to the top of your mat. Come back to that forward fold. From here, place your left hand on the floor, sweep your right arm high. Gently release your right hand down to the floor, lift arm up towards the ceiling. Release your left hand. Grab opposite elbows coming into your ragdoll. You can sway side to side, keeping a deep bend in both of your knees here. Gently come back to center. Keep the bend in the elbows, keep a bend in the knees. Roll up to the right, keeping those elbows binded. Up through center, over to the left side. Full circle. And back to that forward fold. Starting over to the left. Arms up and over to the left. Down to the right. Come back to that forward fold. Plant your hands, a palm print forward. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Find your high plank, lower down. Chaturanga. Press up. Upward facing dog or cobra. Coming back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. From here, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, coming into our lizard lunge. Keeping your right hand on the floor on a block to the inside of your left foot, sweep your left arm high. Exhale, thread your left arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Place your left hand down. Place it on the floor or on blocks inside of your left foot. Straighten that left leg as you seal that right foot. Bend back into that left knee. Pivot your right toes in line with your hips. Seal that right heel 45 degrees. Straighten that left leg. A few more times here, bending into lizard. And then pressing your hips back. Straighten that left leg into your pyramid. 2 more times. Then we're going to keep it in that pyramid pose. Hold it here in pyramid. Again, you can walk that left foot back. Most important thing is that left hip is pulled back. You can frame your left foot with those blocks or your hands. Right toes turn to 45 degrees. About 2 or 3 o'clock. Left toes are still facing 12 o'clock. You can stay as high as you'd like. You can also bring your nose down towards your thigh or your knee. You can bend into that left knee or keep it straight. Press that right hip forward, left hip draws back. If the concept of pulling the left hip back, that was always a hard one for me to try to grasp. I can't pull my left hip back. Press your right hip forward and you'll just naturally pull that left hip back. Start there, and from that same movement, continue gradually pulling that left hip back. The teeny tiny movement. Hold it here in your pyramid pose for 2 more breaths. Hold it for the exhale. Place your right hand to the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block at any height. Sweep your left arm high, coming into revolve pyramid. Continue to pull that left hip back, pressing that right hip forward. Stay here in revolve pyramid. If you want to come into revolved half moon, gently bend into that left knee, launching your right arm forward, right leg lifts high. Flex your flex your right toes towards the floor. Hips are square. If you're in revolved pyramid, stay there. If you're in revolved half moon, gently bend into that left knee. Walk your right hand back. Seal your right heel. Come back to revolved pyramid. Gently plant your hands to frame your left foot. Set your blocks off to the side. Step your right foot to meet the left. Come into that forward fold. Hands towards the floor or to blocks. Half lift hands to shins. Crown of your head to the top of that mat. Come back to that forward fold. From here, right hand grabs left ankle. Sweep your left arm high, maybe bend into that right knee or keep it straight. Gently release your left hand down to the outside of your right ankle. Sweep your right arm high. Gently release both hands down. With a deep bend in both of your knees, you can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Sway back to center. Starting to the left, keep the elbows crossed, rise up all the way. Up to center, over to the right side, full circle. Use your core, come back to center. Starting to the right side, inhale up to the right, coming through center, over to the left. Release your hands down to the floor, in front of your feet. Step your left foot back, step your right foot back. Option to lower the knees or stay lifted. Elbows tucked in, lower down. Untuck your toes. Wrists under your shoulders, press up, mini cobra. Gently release down. Hands to your lowest rib cage, press up, full cobra. Come through tabletop or directly a downward facing dog, paddle it out. Very nice. All right, go ahead and grab that strap, bring it to the top of your mat. We're gonna do a little something fun with some shoulder stretches at the very end. All right, inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee. Let's lower that hip just a little bit more. Maybe circle out that right ankle, circle out your knee. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard lunge. Inhale, sweep your right arm high. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread your right arm under and through the left side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Last time, exhale, sweep. Inhale. Place your hand on the inside of that right foot, on the floor or on blocks at any height. We're going to straighten that right leg as we seal the left heel. Gently rock forward. Press the hips back. 2 more times. Rock it forward. Press the hips back. 1 more time. We're going to find our pyramid. Adjust your feet as much as you need to. Hands are framing your right foot, right toes at 12 o'clock, left toes to about 10 o'clock, any 45 or similar degree of those left toes. Maybe try straightening the right leg here. Maybe try drawing the crown of your head closer toward your toes as you gradually pull that left hip forward. That right hip will draw back. Place your left hand on the floor on a block inside that right foot. Sweep your right arm high. Revolve pyramid. Continue to pull that right hip back. Left hip forward. Stay here. If you want to come in a revolve half moon, bend into that right knee. Step your left hand forward, lift the left leg. Hold in revolve pyramid, or if you're revolve half moon, bend into that right knee. Gently lower your left foot, come back to revolve pyramid. Release your right hand down, coming back to your pyramid pose. Walk your blocks, a handprint forward, bend into that right knee, step your left foot to meet the right. Hold it here, grab that strap, and come back into that forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Come back to that forward fold. Hands are about shoulder width apart with long arms and a long spine. Inhale, rise up. Coming into standing, arms overhead. Bring those arms down towards your hips. And lift. Just some shoulder flexibility here. Palms down towards your hips. Inhale, reach. Gently bring the arms down. We're going to come into a chair here. Bend the knees, lift the arms. Gently lower the arms, straighten the legs. 2 more times here. Chair with an overhead reach, pulling that strap. Arms down, legs straight. 1 more time. Hold it here in that chair. Pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Come back up. From here, fold forward. Still holding on to that strap. Release your hands down. Set that strap back to the top of your mat. Set your blocks off to the side. Hands on the floor. Plant your right foot back. Step your left foot back, coming into your flow. Lower down. Press up. Full cobra. Pressing back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Circle out your left ankle. Circle out your hip. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Coming into lizard lunge. Right hand on the floor on a block inside of your your left foot. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Gaze up, look up, twist back. Exhale, thread your left arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, reach up. 2 more times. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Release your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Placing your hands on blocks at any setting. We're going to press the hips back, seal that right foot, straighten that left leg. Find your pyramid. Alternating between lizard lunge and pyramid pose. Press it back. Rock it forward. 2 more times. All right, on the next one, hold the hips back. Adjust your stance, so walk that left foot back, or if it's more comfortable, you can walk your right foot forward, or you can keep your stance just where it's at. You can frame your left foot, maybe walk your hands forward, maybe walk your hands back towards your right toes. You can have a bend in that left knee, or keep it straight. Press that right hip forward. Notice that left hip pulling back. Stay here in pyramid. If you want to come into revolved pyramid, place your hand on the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block. Sweep your left arm high. Left hip back. Right hip forward. Stay here in revolved pyramid. Or bend into that left knee. Walk your right hand forward. Lift your right leg coming into revolved half moon. Hold it in revolved pyramid. If you're in revolved half moon, gently bend into that left knee until your right foot touches the floor, sealing that right foot. Coming back to your revolved pyramid, and then gently planting both hands on the inside of your left foot. Step your right foot to meet the left, coming back to that forward fold. Grab that strap. This time we're going to grab it slightly wider than our shoulders. Maybe about max distance. So from here, inhale, rise up, long spine. Reach those arms overhead when you get there. Maybe try to bring those arms further back behind your shoulders. Feel that stretch in your chest. Inhale, arms come overhead, forward in front of your shoulders, down towards your hips. 1 more time, then we'll add that chair. Inhale, reach the arms forward in front of your shoulders. Arms overhead, maybe slightly further back. Inhale, arms overhead. Arms come forward. Arms towards your hips. On the next one, we're going to reach the arms overhead as high as we can. We're going to bend into those knees. Find that chair. Inhale, rise up. Straighten the legs. Arms forward. Arms down. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up as you bend into those knees. Stay here. Maybe try lifting your right heel. Lower your right heel. Try lifting your left heel. Lower it down. Try lifting both of your heels. Wherever you're at, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels. Arms come up overhead, forward, legs straighten. From here, come into a forward fold. All the way down, set that strap off to the side. Walk your hands up, palm print forward. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back, coming into your flow. Press up, full cobra, into your down dog. Pedal it out. We're going to take out a lot of those pulses. We'll do just one of each. And we'll add a little lizard stretch in the beginning. So inhale, reach your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Circle out your hip. Pull that right leg back. Square out those hips, kick that right leg straight back. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. From here, keep your left knee lifted, or you can gently lower it down, rocking to that outer knife edge of your right foot, pressing your right hand open, maybe looking over your right shoulder. Stay here, or you can bend that left heel in towards your glute, maybe reaching your right arm back, reaching for your left foot. Also a great opportunity for that strap here, stretching that left quad. You have that fine. Gently release your left foot, release your right hand, tuck your right toes, sweep your right arm up. Exhale, thread it under and through 1 time. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, release your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Press your hips back, straighten that right leg. 1 time, bend into that right knee. Come into your pyramid pose. Seal that left heel. Maybe walk your right foot back. Use those blocks to frame your right foot. Maybe having a bend in that right knee. Left foot is sealed. Turn to about 45 degrees. Place your hand the inside, left hand to the inside of your right foot. Sweep your right arm high. Pull that right hip back. Left hip forward. Gently plant your right hand. Bring those blocks up past your right toes. Bend into that right knee. Step your left foot to meet the right. Half lift, hands to shins. Come back to that forward fold. Grab that strap. Grab it. You can bring your thumbs together, shoulder width, or as wide as your mat. With a long spine, arms are forward, rise up. So as you get to the top, arms are overhead. Maybe draw the arms slightly back. Maybe more stretchy this time. Inhale, arms overhead. Draw the arms forward. Tap the hips. We're going to find 1 chair here. Bend into those knees. Draw your arms forward. Arms overhead. Holding here and breathing. Draw your arms up and back if you can. With both the heels. Wherever you're at, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels, they're lifted. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Forward fold with a long spine. When you get down to the floor, release that strap. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Find your flow. Come through upward facing dog. Find your down dog, pedal it out. 1 more time and then we'll cool it all down. Inhale, reach your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Circle out your hip. Square out your hip, kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, draw your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You can keep that right knee lifted or lower it down, maybe on a pillow. Untuck your right toes. Gently press into that left knee, rocking to the outer knife edge of your left foot. Maybe looking over your left shoulder. You're welcome to stay here if you want a deeper quad stretch. Bend your right knee, drawing your right heel in towards your glutes. Reach your left arm back, maybe grabbing your right foot, maybe using a strap. Have your your right knee bent. Gently release it from your left hand or that strap. Plant your hands to the inside of your left foot. Tuck your right toes if your knee was lowered. Pressing up, find your pyramid. Rock your hips back. We're gonna come into lizard lunge one time, and then we're gonna get nice and cozy in that pyramid. Use those blocks if you would like, inside of your left foot. Maybe walk your left foot back or your right leg forward. Right toes turn to 45. You can frame your left foot. You can walk your hands back towards your right toes. You can stay here in pyramid if you want to find revolve pyramid. Place your right hand to the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block. Sweep your left arm high. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward. Gently release your left hand down. Bring those blocks a handprint forward. Bend into that left knee. Step your right foot to meet the left. Deep bend in both the knees. Grab that strap. Any distance of your choice. Step back so I don't have this pampas grass in my face. Inhale, rise up. Arms overhead. Draw those arms up and back if you can. Feel that stretch in your shoulders and your forearms. Reach your arms overhead. Continue drawing the arms forward in front of your shoulders and then down towards your hips. On the next one, we're going to bend the knees. Draw the arms forward in front of your shoulders. Continue to reach the arms overhead, coming into your chair. Arms can be slightly in front, over your shoulders, or gently behind your shoulders. Option to lift both of your heels. Balance challenge wherever you're at for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower the heels, they were lifted. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Draw the arms forward as you hinge forward, coming into your forward fold. Release that strap to the top of your mat. Walk your hands a palm print forward. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Rock forward, shoulders stacked over your hips. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower all the way down. Your chaturanga. Untuck your toes, keeping your wrists on your shoulders. Press up, mini cobra. Gently release back down. Keeping your left hand under your left shoulder. Reach your right arm long, directly out from your right shoulder. Relax that right leg. I always say to wiggle the top shoelace portion of your foot all the way up to your right hip. Relax that right leg. From here, come back to center. Lift your left leg high. Gently rock onto that right hip. Maybe you tap that left foot down. And just relaxing your right cheek or ear on the floor. To open up the hip more, you can draw that left knee closer towards the ceiling, maybe closer to that right edge of your mat, maybe past your mat. To lessen that stretch, keep your left knee towards the left side of your mat. Press your right side body in towards the floor. Gently press yourself, coming tummy onto the mat. Left leg lands. Walk your right hand under your right shoulder. Relax both legs. From here, press up, mini cobra. Release down. From here, reach your left arm out long, directly from your left shoulder. Right hand stays, box out. Wiggle your left thigh down to your left toes. Just side to side, really relax that left leg. Gently rock back to center. Lift your right leg high and rock onto that left hip. Stay here, or you can bend into that right knee, coming into broken wing on this side. Just gently releasing your left cheek or ear towards the floor. To lessen that sensation, you can rock your right knee towards the right side of your mat, bringing your right hip closer towards the mat. Likewise, to deepen that stretch, you can bring your right glute closer towards the mat. Drawing your right knee open over to the left side. On your next exhale, gently rock back onto your tummy. Both hips, both shoulders press in towards the floor. Walk your left hand under your left shoulder. Press up, mini cobra. Release back down. One more time, mini cobra, press up. Maybe release your palms from the floor. Maybe lift your legs. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Release your palms. Release your legs. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Draw your right heel in towards your right glute. Extend your right leg long. Draw your left heel in towards your left glute. Reach it long. Double heel in towards your glute. Reach it long. One more time, starting with the left side. Left heel in towards your left glute. Reach it long. Right side. And reach. Double glute tap. Gently release it down. Press up and back, finding your child's pose. Sinking your hips towards your heels, knees tracking towards the edge of your mat. Hold it here for one more breath. Now rock forward. Lower your left or right hip towards the floor, coming onto your backside. Knees are bent. Draw your arms out in front of your toes. Slowly roll all the way back. Think one vertebrae at a time. Lower back, then middle back, and upper back, coming all the way down. With your neck flat on the floor, reach your arms overhead, tap your thumbs, extend your legs out long. So reaching your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Deep inhale to create a tiny arch and your lower back. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently walk your feet under your knees. Have a bend in both of your knees. Place your hands by your hips. Press your hips up, finding a bridge pose. Gently lower the hips down. Inhale, press up. Tuck your chin to your chest. Try to lift your hips an inch or two higher. Maybe lift your toes. Lower your toes, lift your heels. Lower your heels. Keeping your chin tucked in, lower all the way down. Inhale, draw your right leg up towards the ceiling. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And gently drawing your right knee away from your body. Opening up your right hip. Left foot pressed in towards the floor. Inhale, lift your hips, figure four bridge. Gently lower your hips down. Allow your knees to fall over to the right. You can cactus your arms, open up your shoulders here, or keep your hands by your hips. Gently come back to center. Allow your knees to fall over to the left side. Trying to keep both shoulders pressed in towards the floor, regardless of where your hands are. Allow your knees to fall over to the right and left one more time. Back through center. From here, stay here, or you can grab your strap, bring it around your left thigh. Gently pull that strap in, drawing your left knee and right ankle in toward your chest. You can keep that left knee bent. You can straighten that left leg. You can bend and extend that left knee if that feels comfortable. Keep your right foot flexed to protect your right knee. Hold it here for one more breath. Exhale, release your left foot down to the floor. You use that strap, go and set it off to the side. And then allow your right foot to come down towards the floor. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Align that left knee to just gently draw down away from your left hip. With your right foot pressed in towards the floor, inhale, lift your hips. Shoulders stay pressed in towards the ground. Gently lower your hips down. With both hips on the floor, both shoulders, maybe cactus the arms, allow your left knee to come down towards the floor. Come back through center. Allow your right knee to come over to the right side. Your knees do not have to touch the floor at any time here. Come back through center once more on each side. Slow and steady. Trying to keep that connection of your left ankle and your right thigh. Keeping that left foot flexed. Come back to center when you're ready. If you like, you can grab that strap, bring it around the back side of your right thigh. Stay here, or you can draw that right knee in closer towards your chest. You can tuck your chin, hovering your shoulders, or keep your shoulders flat on the floor. You can extend and bend that right knee. You can hold that right leg straight. Wherever you're at, hold it for one more breath. Your right leg is straight. Go ahead and bend your right knee. And then lower your right foot to the floor. Release that strap. And allow your left foot to meet the right. Draw your knees in towards your chest, grabbing your shins, the back side of your thighs. You can also use that strap here if you'd like. And just rolling from side to side. Gently come back to center, lower your shoulders, draw, excuse me, draw your knees over your hips, cactus your arms or draw your arms out to a T. Allow your knees to fall over to the right. Your knees can be on a block, on a pillow, on the floor, or hovering. You're welcome to keep your gaze towards the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. Gently come back to center. Gaze and knees towards the center. Allow your knees this time to fall over to the left side. Maybe they tap the floor, a block, a pillow. Maybe they're hovering. You can keep your gaze forward or over your right shoulder. Trying to keep both shoulders pressed in towards the floor here. On your next inhale, gently draw your knees back through center and allow your legs to come up towards the ceiling. Reach your hands toward your toes, point flicks, circle out your wrists, your ankles, everything moving all class. From here, gently lower your feet to the floor. Allow your hands to come down by your hips. Heels touch, toes fall open. Coming into your Shavasana, melting into your mat. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Getting back to your breath. Noticing as your belly rises, belly falls with your exhale. Draw your knees in towards your chest. And you rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. We're coming up to your comfortable seated position. Any comfortable seated position of choice. Inhale, sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Gently look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, left hand to right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome work. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every Monday. I wish you a fantastic rest of your week. Namaste. Thank you, Mindy.